clues into why a Green Beret set off a homemade bomb outside of Trump Tower. Thanks for joining us here at 4. I'm Heather Mills.
And I'm Ozzy Mora. Police and federal leaders telling us 37-year-old Matthew Laversberger kept a digital journal and likely planned the New Year's Day bombing. 8 News Now investigator David Charnes following this every step of the way. He's live outside the Trump Hotel with new information.
And Ozzy and Heather, before setting off this bomb at the Trump Hotel behind me, police say Matthew Laversberger left behind something that they're calling a digital journal, notes in his phone that said in part that it was time for America to wake up and rally, his words, around President-elect Donald Trump and Elon Musk. And that has led the FBI and Metro Police to believe that this was all planned and all meant to be some sort of stunt. This new video we received today shows Laversberger charging that Tesla Cybertruck that he would then explode in Kingman before the bombing. It's just one piece of new evidence, including photos and writings investigators found on his phone. Police say this video shows Laversberger walking around that car, soon to be full of fireworks and consumer explosives that investigators say he actually bought on his way here in New Mexico. Now, writings on Laversberger's phone indicates frustration with the military, and in one of them he said, quote, "Fellow service members, veterans, and all Americans, time to wake up. We are being led by weak and feckless leadership who only serve to enrich themselves."
And all Americans, time to wake up. We are being led by weak and feckless leadership who only serve to enrich themselves. Military and vets move on DC starting now. Militias facilitate and augment this activity. Occupy every major road along Fed buildings and the campus of Fed buildings by the hundreds of thousands. Lock the highways around down with semis right after everybody gets in. Hold until the purge is complete. Try peaceful means first, but be prepared to fight to get the Dems out of the Fed government and military by any means necessary. They all must go, and a hard reset must occur for our country to avoid collapse. MSG Matt Laversberger, 18, Z 10th Special Forces Group. We are the United States of America, the best country people to ever exist. But right now we are terminally ill and headed toward collapse. We are crumbling because of a lack of self-respect, morals, and respect for others. Greed and gluttony has consumed us. The top 1% decided long ago they weren't going to bring everyone else with them. You are cattle to them. We have strayed from family values and corrupted our minds, and I am a prime example of having it all, but it never being enough. A lot of us are just sitting around waiting to die. No sunlight, no steps, no fresh air, no hope. Our children are addicted to screens by the age of 2. We are filling our bodies with processed foods. Our population is too fat to join the military, yet we are facing a war with China, Russia, North Korea, and Iran before 2030. We must take these actions if we are going to make it past the next few years in one piece. We must end the war in Ukraine with negotiated settlement. It is the only way. Focus on strength and winning. Masculinity is good, and men must be leaders. Strength is a deterrent, and fear is the product. Weeded out those in our government and military who do not idealize number 2. The income inequality in this country and cost of living is outrageous. The number of homeless on our street is embarrassing and disgusting. Have some pride and take care of this. Stop obsessing over diversity. We are all diverse, and DEI is a cancer. Thankfully, we rejected the DEI candidate and will have a real president instead of Weekend at Bernie's. We must move on from the culture of weakness and self-enrichment perpetuated by our senior political and military leaders. We are done with the blatant corruption. Our soldiers are done fighting wars without end states or clear objectives. This was not a terrorist attack, it was a wake-up call. Americans only pay attention to spectacles and violence. What better way to get my point across than a stunt with fireworks and explosives? Why did I personally do it now? I needed to cleanse my mind of the brothers I've lost and relieve myself of the burden of the lives I took. Consider this last sunset of 2024 and my actions the end of our sickness and a new chapter of health for our people. Rally around the Trump, Musk, Kennedy, and ride this wave to the highest hegemony for all Americans. We are second to no one.